Tonight, reaction is pouring in after the announcement from the state superintendent requiring every Oklahoma classroom have a Bible and teach from it.
Effective immediately. KOCO Zach Rael joining us now live. Zach, this is already drawing some harsh criticism, especially from religious organizations.
Abby, Jess, that's right. I've reached out to multiple faith groups, including Christian denominations, to see what they think of the Bible now being required learning in Oklahoma public schools.
It is academic malpractice not to be teaching the Bible's influence on American history.
Superintendent Ryan Walters at Thursday's Board of Education meeting saying Oklahoma public schools must have and teach students from the Bible.
They're going to be very explicit that means teaching stories from the Bible in grade levels. That means teaching its influence on American history.
It is definitely treading on very thin ice when it comes to the idea of religious freedom and the Establishment Clause of the Constitution.
Now, various religious groups are responding to Walters' mandate, including the Council on American Islamic Relations in Oklahoma.
To choose one religion, one scripture, and not only that, probably one particular translation of said scripture, that's highly problematic.
Vered Harris, rabbi at B'nai Israel in Oklahoma City, said there are students of many faiths and no faiths in Oklahoma public schools. It should be up to their parents to decide what religious literature they learn about, not the state's.
This underlying assumption of the First Amendment has allowed me as a Jewish person to grow up in this country without fear that my governmental institutions are going to oppress me.
We also got statements from other groups too. Bishop James Nunn, Episcopal leader for the Oklahoma area of the United Methodist Church, said they believe that the state should not attempt to control the church, nor should the church seem to dominate the state. We endorse public policies that do not create unconstitutional entanglements between church and state. Reverend Dr. Lori Walke, senior minister of the Mayflower Congregational United Church of Christ, said in a statement, "Will educators be reprimanded and schools discredited for teaching the history of how the Bible has been used to endorse slavery? On the other hand, will they be expected to teach biblical themes of liberation and justice, or will they be deemed too woke? Public schools are not Sunday schools." Our viewers also chiming in. Patty said, "I'm Christian and I study my choice of Bibles and practice my choice of denomination. I cannot get on board with this." CA added, "Forcing a religion down people's throats is only going to make them angry and not want to pursue that religion." A lot of opinions here. Well, Attorney General Gentner Drummond did say that having the Bible in schools isn't against state law, but he did not say if educators can be forced to teach from it. Reporting live, Zach Rael, KOCO 5 News.